Good morning, everybody. All right, hopefully these updates won't have to happen anymore because nothing new will be coming around. So finally, the owners, representatives, workers, whatever, did show up for the electrical. But what they did is, and they, they had to collect the rent, so of course they showed up, is I started seeing them running wire. I was like, okay, fantastic. Here's your 30,000 peso rent. And yeah, well, that wire turned out to be not to change out the wire where there is a ground in our electrical. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, there's a whole video for it, so check it out beforehand so you have an idea what I'm talking about right now. So what it is they were running a ground wire, and they were grounding the panel to the ground, which is not a bad thing, because immediately after I sent a picture and I asked PA Energy, who helped us out last time with a whole bunch of electricians and tested all of our lines, what about this? Is this actually going to fix it? It doesn't seem like it would fix anything, but, and he even said that this is great, sort of. It's great because very few homes in the Philippines are grounded like this, and they should be grounded. But that has nothing to do with your grounded wire. Your line in your house still needs to be replaced. This didn't actually fix anything. This just, if you get a surge or if you get lightning or something, great. The power will drop to the bottom and to the ground. So instead of going into your appliances, that kind of thing. So it's not a bad thing, but it didn't fix anything. And I thought so too. So I had already told the people, I said, hey, what about this? What about this? And yeah, so it fixed nothing. So I just can't do this anymore. I have to fix this. I got to deal with it. Summer's going to come and we have no air conditioning, and we also have no lights, and we have all kinds of other things, but I don't care about all that. I care about the air conditioning for now. I can do without the rest for the next 7 months of the lease. Anyway, so I finally just said, okay, to PA Energy, can I just pay one of your guys to come in and just run a new wire from the air conditioning to the panel to an empty breaker? And he said, of course. He sent a whole ton of guys here. Shout out to PA Energy once again. So if you need solar projects or anything, these guys are awesome, very professional with real proper equipment and everything. Definitely check them out. I'll make sure the link is down below because these guys have been so helpful, and they were subscribers to our channel, and that's how we found out about them. Anyway, so they're gonna run a new wire, which I bought yesterday, from the air conditioner, which is right there, into the kitchen, which is only right there. So I didn't have to buy that much. I bought 40 meters because it's two, so 20 meters, just to go up in it and put it into a breaker that is unused, which we have several. And at least then it's not part of the grounded wire, nothing. But that's only the beginning, because we were just away last weekend at a beautiful private island resort on Giramis, which you probably haven't seen that video yet. And what happened is we came home and opened up the cabinets in the kitchen and found ourselves a very horrible surprise. So we came back after 2 days down at the island, a nice private island. And when we came home, we had ordered some dinner and we needed plates. And so Bianca opens up the cabinet here to get the plates. And when she opened it, like this, boom. See all this right here? This was full of termites that were eating this side and this side. And so they were attached like a nest. And so when we did this, we broke it, and they all came crashing down onto the counter and running all over the place. She freaked out, started spraying like hairspray, I believe it was. It doesn't matter, that'll do it with them too. And yeah, they were just scurrying everywhere. And so we also notified the owners of that too. But when they came for this, they said, like, it's not the owners themselves, they're in Canada, but their representatives, their staff that work at their other house they have here in the Philippines, and where they live, I guess, when they come here. And they looked at it and he went, oh, and okay, we'll have the guy come back with the paintbrush and the chemical, and which never worked the last time. They did have a chemical company come in and do a quote for them, but nothing came of it. So I guess the price was too high. I really don't know the answer to that. Yeah, so they are crazy. We were gone only 2 days, and the fact there was no noise in the house for 2 days was all they needed to really come in and be in the obvious places. They're always eating. They're in behind, eating those cabinets, but they don't usually come out to where we can see them because they hear people and noise and stuff like that, and they like to hide. They're very, very shy bugs. So anyway, so they don't seem to care. It's their cabinets. By the time we leave, who knows if they'll even be still standing. I worry about putting dishes in them because one day it may just, because it loses all its structure. Anyway, I know a lot of people are saying, hey, move out, guys, just move out. Our lease was no deposit. I didn't have to worry about a deposit, but was first month and 11th and 12th month rent up front. And so they have our 11th month and 12th month rent. And it just seems crazy to me to walk away from 60,000 pesos that I've already paid when it would probably cost to do it properly far less than that, maybe 15,000. So half of that, what they owe me, could be done doing this. I know others will say, don't pay your rent, those kind of thing. Well, the people that come looking for the rent may not like that answer, that they're not getting rent until everything's fixed type thing. And we go away from home too often. So you can put 2 and 2 together, maybe not a good idea. Yeah, so we're just gonna tough it out. We got this air conditioner up and running now, and that's all we need. We can do without lights. It's called flashlights, solar lights, we can do whatever. Yeah, and we're just gonna push through these last 7 months. We love the house. If you took away these problems, we absolutely love this house. But that's you know, that's how it is. And but hey, we learned a lot of lessons, so we tried to take the positive from this. And we had such a good experience on our last house in Boracay. The owners were fantastic. Any of the littlest things, they were there fixing it the very next day or the same day. And we were so grateful for having such a good experience. But you don't learn a lot in good experiences, you learn a lot in these bad experiences. So we've learned a lot, and you can imagine that we're gonna be going over a fine-tooth comb with any new place that we rent, just to be sure that everything is gonna be okay. And that's, well, that's all the whole process of learning, right? Okay, so that's the update there. We don't have our water stuff fixed. We deal with it every day with a bucket in the back of the toilet and everything else. We're willing to fix that. We've mentioned it many times. The bugs here, who knows, they might come back with a paintbrush. They might not, I don't know. We'll just spray hairspray on anything that we ever see, but otherwise it's not something we're going to spend our own money on right now. It's just leaving no dishes in the cabinets, I guess, will be our solution. And we fixed this one thing. So I'm done putting out of pocket for this house here on its repairs and stuff like that. I can't just keep doing that when the owner is not willing to do the same. So once again, that grounded line that we have, the air conditioner, all of these lights in here, all these lights, our doorbell, all of the exterior lighting that we have, all of these lights on the outside of the house, into the garage, all of these lights, basically all of our outdoor lights, and the bathroom lights, of course the hot water heater, which we're just going to disconnect and take with us because we bought it. Yeah, so all of this, all on one circuit. So they believe that it's just too much for all of these lines, that when we moved in and we were running everything and turning everything on and everything, probably heated up, probably at some point somewhere, and melted the exterior coating of the wire and touching metal somewhere, something like that, to make it go grounded like that. And before that, the previous person that was living in here, they really weren't using it as much. They weren't certainly using it as much of the stuff at the same time, and they couldn't handle it. So at the end of the day, it was just too many things are on that circuit is probably the likely culprit to this. But the problem is, the problem could be anywhere, and that's why they said you have to run all new lines to replace it all, because for all you know, it's somewhere inside these columns or whatever in the fence. It could be anywhere, you know. Like they did test this outdoor line. They went to the air conditioner from this receptacle here, but it wasn't from there. It was somewhere further in, but that could be anywhere, because all of this is connected somewhere inside here and all that. So you don't know where the ground is, and the only way to fix it is just to run all new wire. But the owner didn't seem to want to do that. All right, new line is installed, going into the panel to one of the empty circuits that we had, so it's all good. It'll be on its own circuit, no problems or issues to be had. And it's all nice and cleanly done, no different than the ground wire that they ran to the panel. Look at that. Still have a few decorations. We took a lot of them down, but look at that. It's working. It is good. We even have some wire left over, and yeah, so they end up running it over there and then straight in, straight down into the disconnect, so it's done properly. Goodbye old line, just tucked in there for now, but yeah, we're good to go. Guys, once again, unbelievable. These guys are top notch. PA Energy, anything to do with solar, these guys are your guys. Make sure you give them a call. I'll make sure I put the link down in the description. Unbelievable what they've done for us. So that's where we're at, and I thank you very much for watching. If you are subscribed, make sure you have that bell rang. I don't know if you noticed, but YouTube doesn't really notify people that are subscribed. You have to have the bell, and then even then, only 3% are notified that rang the bell that we have uploaded a video. So it's still only a crapshoot that you will actually get a notification. All right, we'll talk to you guys again soon. We have lots of videos, so stay tuned, and we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye. Well, if you do not know much about Canada, the one thing you should know is massive doctor shortage. It is really difficult to get a family doctor. It's been many, 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 many years. I think I went about 15 years, the last 15 years we were in Canada, could not get a family doctor. You just go to a walk-in clinic, it's the only way. Most doctors are too booked up. And when your family doctor passes away or retires or something like that, they will give you some contacts, but they only can accept a couple more patients